Welcome back to the Flow Fluently Dance Training Program featuring Mike and Diana discover their flow. Exercise number 6, articulate movement. Just like speaking, where we articulate our sounds to communicate with it, here we are articulating our movement so we can communicate it to each other. So we want to practice clear movement that's easy to communicate. All our movement needs to become articulate in order to communicate it. So the first exercise to do so is forward and backward movement. So here you see us moving to every single beat, straight forwards and straight backwards. The goal is to move as intentionally as possible on each move. The goal is to feel each move. How good can each move feel? Because the better it feels independently, the better it will feel in partnership. And we want to play with our movement. We want to discover good movement. Movement that feels good, movement that's fun, movement that's inspired by the music. So now we're going forwards and backwards to every beat. And I just ask them to move as big as possible. The bigger we move, the more clear our movement is. It's like raising your voice. And as we challenge ourselves to move as big as possible, it improves everything else. The smaller movement becomes easier. So now we're practicing tiny movement. Tiny little movement, yet articulated, intentional. Our whole body's moving to every beat. It's like a whisper. It's like whispering, but still very articulate. An articulate whisper. So you can get your flow going, do your thing, play with it as you're moving to every single beat. I'm using a song that has a strong beat, so it's easy to move to. It feels good to move to. Now we're playing with the size of our movement. Small moves, big moves, whatever size moves we feel like, forwards and backwards. So learning how to distinguish between different size moves with intention. It's like you're playing a game. It's fun, feels good. You can do that in partnership. It's so cool. So we want to feel our whole body moving, our heads moving, our tails moving, our arms are moving. It's all going. Fluid, natural flow. All right, so now we're playing with the height of our movement as we're moving forwards and backwards. The more volume we have with our movement, the more interesting it is. The more creation we have, the more we can feel. And that's the goal. The goal is to feel as much as possible, as deeply as possible. And to be able to communicate that in partnership. So we're playing with height. Adding height to our movement adds more volume. We can do it one at a time, up and down. We can do it up, 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 down, 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 however we feel. Now we're adding spins. So the intention is to spin your body and keep moving. Spin your body and keep moving. These forward and backward steps is kind of like opening and closing scissors, right? They're straight forward, straight backwards. Boom. So you can do as many spins as you want. Feel it out. You can play with height and spin if you want. It actually feels, when you lower and spin, it's really fun, feels good. Articulating our movement. We learn how to articulate everything we do. Forward and backwards movement we start with because it's easy. It's simple. And you can do this anywhere. It doesn't have to be just for training. You articulate your walking as you're walking to wherever you walk. Practice feeling your body move with intention everywhere and anywhere. That'll put you in your body. You'll discover movement that feels good. You'll feel your movement flow, and then you can communicate that in partnership when you dance with each other.
I think it's becoming more enjoyable just to move my limbs and just have the freedom to go a little crazy and still be on beat, but have no structure other than going back and forth.
Yeah, even with that, I was struggling a little bit at the start just to loosen up, I guess. But continuing to go through it, going back and forth, mixing it up, going bigger, smaller, up and down. I don't know, help me kind of just get out of my head a little bit.
It's hard to think about, like, you kind of get stuck in doing the same moves, and then how can you do something different with your body while you're walking back and forth. So I think that's a little bit challenging sometimes, but I think I'm getting better.
Yeah,
as
moving with
the
purpose.
lesson goes along.
Yeah.
Hashtag, let's get this world dancing. We're gonna get everybody physically connected, feeling, and dancing with each other. Because it's so much fun and it feels so good.